The iPhone 17e isn't even out yet, and it's already causing chaos because this cheap model is using so many old parts that Apple shouldn't be winning with it. But somehow they are. Here's the real story. Multiple new reports reveal that Apple is going with slimmer bezels on the iPhone 17e while reusing the same iPhone 14-based OLED panel from the 16e. BOE is producing most of these displays again, with Samsung and LG covering the rest. That alone tells you Apple is keeping costs low on purpose. And you know what? Even without changing the actual panel, thinner bezels instantly make the phone look modern. But here's where the confusion starts. Some reliable leakers claim the 17th is getting the dynamic island, just like Apple's premium phones. But when you actually look at the details, dynamic island is the least believable leak. You can't slap a pill-shaped cutout onto an older, notch-based panel. It needs redesigned sensors, a new true depth layout, new masking, new tooling, basically everything Apple is trying not to spend money on for the 17th edition. Apple wants to reuse as many components as possible, and adding Dynamic Island destroys that strategy. So as it stands right now, slimmer bezels are almost guaranteed. Dynamic Island is still a coin toss, believable in rumors, questionable in cost, but visually, even with the notch, the thinner frame alone will make this phone look way closer to a flagship than the chunky bezel 16e. The redesign also means the chassis is going to be slightly smaller, making the phone more compact and mini-like without shrinking the screen. That's going to attract a ton of users who've been begging Apple for a small, premium-feeling phone again. And that's before we even get into the actual feature upgrades. Because the 17th is still rumored to pack the A19 chip, which is almost as powerful as the A19 Pro, Apple didn't hold back on performance. And the 18-megapixel center stage selfie camera coming from the 17th series, that might end up being the biggest real-world upgrade people notice. Ultra-wide selfies, landscape shots, cleaner video recording. This is the type of upgrade that sells units instantly. The back camera stays at 48 megapixels, but that's already solid for this price. Of course, here comes the familiar Apple headache, 60 Hz refresh rate. Every leak agrees it's staying. BOE can't produce LTPO panels for promotion, so we're stuck with LTPS at 60 Hz again. Meanwhile, $150 Androids are giving you 90 Hz, 120 Hz, even 144 Hz. Apple is betting you don't care. And honestly, most regular buyers probably don't. For them, thin bezels and better cameras beat smoother scrolling any day. Leaks say the price will stay at $599, and the release window is locked between January and March 2026. If everything stays on track, this phone is about to dominate the budget market all over again.